Okay, so I think had a major breakthrough. A major breakthrough. I started reviewing, because my therapist had asked me, what was it about August that... Okay, I can remember having, this one included, I can remember having 3 breakdowns. 3 major emotional breakdowns. And the first one was in 1995, shortly before I left my first wife, Barb. The second one was in August of 2003. And then this one happening in August of 2010. And my therapist said, well, what was it about August that you think contributes to these breakdowns? And she thought that it was probably school. And I thought, no, because I've never dreaded school starting, and except when I was a little kid. And it wasn't traumatic enough. It wasn't traumatic enough for me to have this kind of reaction. So tonight, Mimi was out for a little bit, and she was just watching one Elvis video on YouTube after another. And she just kept playing them over and over and over again, like a little bit of an obsession. And I was watching them with her, and it just slapped me across the face. It was so obvious that I can't believe that I didn't think of it before. In August 16th of 1977, Elvis died. And my mom was a huge fan. Though she won't say that now. She'll say that, no, it's Conway Twitty. Like, she won't even acknowledge what had happened. And the day he died, she just went off the deep end. Like, there was... I have never seen anybody react that way, and it was bad. It was bad. She put on a stack of 45s, and for those of you who don't know what 45s are, they are little records about that big, and there's one song on one side and one song on the other side, and they're vinyl. So she had a huge collection of Elvis 45s, and she had been collecting them since she was a kid. So if you can think of that, if you can think of that, he started his career in 1954. He really started getting really big in 1955. My mom started collecting his 45s probably when she was 10, so 1959. So if you can imagine the collection that she had of Elvis memorabilia from 1959 to 1977, yeah. So she put on, I remember distinctly looking at the record player and just seeing this stack of Elvis records. I mean, it was a big stack. I mean, for those of you who remember record players, and how many records they could actually hold as they automatically drop down. There was a nice stack, and then she had pulled out all of the other records, Elvis records, and set them on the side. So if you can imagine my mother, I mean, I know you can't really imagine my mother, but my mom having a complete breakdown, a complete emotional breakdown. And then 3 years later, she had another one in August of 1980 that landed her in the hospital for 2 weeks. I mean, she was at work, she clocked out of work, and she just left. She didn't tell anybody anything. She just left. And she called my dad that night and told him where she was. So memories are very tricky, and anybody watching this can just say, yeah, memories are very tricky. But I can't remember. I'm just surprised it took me this long to realize that my breakdown coincided with the two that she had. And I don't have all the memories of what happened the week that Elvis died, but I remember some of it, and it was just bad. It was so bad. And I don't know if it was just the fact that he died, or if there was some kind of hope that she had that died with him, or if she had placed all of her love and want on this person that she never met, or if it just reminded her of where she was. She didn't want a family. She didn't want kids. She wanted to be a wife, but she didn't want anything else to go with that. So when he died, she started beating my older sister Tanya a lot more after that. Just a lot more. Just almost every single thing that Tanya did, she would beat her. And but that's a whole other video. And I just kind of wanted to say that I think we figured out where it stems from. Not how to deal with it yet, but just where it stems from. Right, kid? Yep. So I just wanted to give you guys an update, a positive update. And I know. And I hope you guys are well.